From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. The sky getting a little bit brighter out there as the sun will rise in exactly 35 minutes as we take a look out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam in Richland overlooking Columbia Point. Our first alert radar showing that band of light rain shifting south of Moses Lake and still impacting Othello. The rain that is falling is very light in nature. You probably don't even need that umbrella, and you probably won't need the umbrella today. Temperatures have dropped into the upper 30s in the Tri-Cities, 39 there. We're down to 39 in Walla Walla, 35 in Pendleton, 34 in Yakima, and 33 in Sunnyside. So it is a little bit colder than where we were at this time yesterday. So you'll need the heavier coat this morning. Some of our southernmost communities may wake up to a little bit of sunshine, a little bit, because those clouds will quickly build in and become widespread this afternoon as temperatures only top out in the upper 50s. So we stay unseasonably cool today, but this pattern will eventually break and we'll see a nice warm up just in time for the weekend. So we'll give you that full weekend forecast on your 7-day. Coming up, Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, Benton County special election ballots are being sent out soon. We have who this election will impact and what's on that ballot. Plus, nearly 600 homes are being built in Pasco as phase 1 of the project has begun, which means construction and traffic delays. Our Monique Ledesma has what you need to be aware of if you drive through that area. And also ahead, the NASA astronauts whose 2-week mission ended up being over 250 days have spoken out for the first time publicly since being back on planet Earth. We have what they said and what they learned coming up, all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal, and it is Tuesday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. Later on in the show, we'll have what April Fool's pranks you should be on the lookout for from some of your favorite companies. But right now, we're going to look at your top stories. And we're starting off in Fire Watch. Now, emergency crews from Richland and Pasco responded to active flames on the 1800 block of Williams Boulevard. This happened just before 3 p.m. yesterday, and the fire stemmed from a single room, but it was contained before it could spread further. We're told all of the residents made it out safely, including their dog. And another fire at a chicken coop in Pasco. Pasco fire crews responded to this one yesterday afternoon. They quickly contained the fire as it spread to a home nearby, and the exterior of the house was damaged, but no residents were hurt. One firefighter was transported to the hospital for minor injuries, and we're told a number of the chickens were lost in the blaze. The city of Pasco is starting the first phase of its new housing project, building nearly 600 homes. And with this new development means construction, so we're learning that commuters will likely need to leave a few minutes earlier than they normally would if they want to avoid the traffic delays. Our very own Monique Ledesma has more details.
The city of Pasco is starting off this week with construction. Drivers can expect to take detours on Burns and Convention. The Burns Road and Convention Drive closures are in place due to the construction of nearly 600 houses that are set to be built from Road 60 to Convention Drive. The city says right now it is installing infrastructure like water, sewer, and irrigation. Casey DeVore, a construction inspector for the city of Pasco, says drivers need to keep their eyes on the road for road closures and detour signs. Ultimately, those signs are to keep drivers and construction workers safe.
Slow down is the biggest thing. We get a lot of people that don't pay attention. They don't look for the orange. They don't read the sign, the detour signs on the side of the road. So just that speed is everything, because if you're going slow, they see you coming, they can get out of the way or get you stopped.
Next on the list, the second phase. That phase is more tied in with the new Sageview High School. With this phase comes more road closures, but the city says that won't happen for another month. The city of Pasco says that drivers can expect to see these detours up until Friday, April 4th. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. Turning to Ellensburg now, the police department has a new warning for residents. They say in 2024, EPD responded to 417 alarm-related calls across the city, which marks a 51% increase from 2023. But here's the problem. Nearly all of these calls were false alarms. The police say the rise in false or unnecessary alarms has put added pressure on officers and resources. They say this impacts their ability to focus on crime prevention and can also delay response times to actual emergencies. They have posted some tips and best practices to ensure that your alarm systems are running smoothly to reduce unnecessary calls. And you can find that up on their Facebook page. Benton County is holding an April special election and ballots are being sent out tomorrow. But this election is only for voters within the Findlay School District. The district ran 2 measures back in February, but both did not pass, leading them to run again now. And one measure that voters can expect to see is the Replacement Educational Programs and Operations Levy. And this levy to pass would need more than 50% of votes in favor. Now, if you want to make sure that your vote is counted for, make sure you double check your signature on the ballot.
We check all signatures on your ballot to the signature we have on your voter registration record. So if you haven't updated your signature in a while, either through driver's licensing or a new voter registration form, you want to make sure you're verifying it to the signature we have. Mostly off of your driver's license is where we get a majority of the signatures from.
Ballots for Findlay need to be in no later than 8 p.m. on April 22nd, and 6 drop-off boxes will be open, and we have where exactly those are located up on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the astronauts that were stranded in space for 286 days are sharing more about their unforgettable journey. We have a look at their first interview since returning to the planet Earth. But first, down here a little closer to Earth, meteorologist Tiffany Savona is going to have how your week is looking weather-wise and what today is looking like. She's filling in for Josh this morning, and she'll be right back with that after this little break.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get 2.
The Tuesday Special at A&W.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing, no way.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com. Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Chat live about your needs. Even schedule a free consultation. From Back in Autumn. Bulldog Tough.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
American Idol is new on ABC.
Watch Sundays and Mondays on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
3 weeks of savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick one up in store today. Select Pepsi 12 packs or buy 2 get 1. Ball regular and wide mouth canning jars are $1 off. And Angel Soft 16-roll bath tissue is just $11.99. Plus save for growing season. 4-inch premium annuals and jumbo 6-pack vegetables are 2 for $7. Herbs are 2 for $6. Home of the $5 lifetime membership. Bi-Mart since 1955.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Looking for a great fishing hole?
It's awesome.
Fly the Northwest tonight at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are tracking just a few light rain showers, probably more in the form of sprinkles, still dipping south of Moses Lake and moving across Othello. I just checked the weather sensor at Ellensburg, not reporting anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a few sprinkles here and there. Overall, I think there will be plenty of dry time today. We can't rule out a spotty shower or a couple of sprinkles, but that is about it. Temperatures have dropped into the 30s for many of us, 39 in the Tri-Cities, 39 in Walla Walla, 35 and 36 in Pendleton and Hermiston, where we have seen more breaks in the clouds, 33 in Sunnyside, and a little bit milder, if you can call it milder, in the lower 40s, where the clouds are hanging tough this morning. Here's the weather pattern. We still have that very large dip in the jet stream, and that is keeping the entire Pacific Northwest temperatures below average and very unsettled. Now this afternoon, we'll see a lot of clouds, maybe a shower or a couple of sprinkles, but the more widespread precipitation will be to our south. Any light rain will be tapering off and the clouds will start to break up a little bit. So here's what to expect on your Tuesday. Many of you will probably not even need the umbrella. We'll start off with a little bit of sunshine, Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Walla Walla, before those clouds really build in and thicken up. Ellensburg, Yakima, expect to stay mostly cloudy today. Upper 50s for many of us, middle 50s in Walla Walla, where we could see a few more showers return later on this afternoon. We do have better weather that will arrive just in time for the weekend, so we'll break down that 7-day forecast, and we'll also look back at how much rain we saw during the month of March, since it is April 1st. All that's coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Turning to your national headlines now, the NASA astronauts whose expected 8-day mission ended up being 286 days have spoken publicly for the first time since their return to Earth. Sherelle Hubbard has more on what the astronauts are saying about the lessons they've learned while they were very, very far away.
I'm back.
Back indeed, after spending 286 days on the International Space Station. The astronauts, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore, were originally slated to be away from home for an 8-day mission, but had their timeline extended to more than 9 months. They worked and performed science experiments while waiting for retrieval from Russian cosmonaut Alexander Gerbanov and fellow NASA astronaut Nick Hague.
They were productive, pushing the station mission forward.
Despite widespread fears for the astronaut's safety, Williams says she was always optimistic.
We were always coming back.
The Boeing Starliner they rode up to space in was deemed unfit to return them due to helium leaks and propulsion issues. The pair were able to hitch a ride back home aboard the SpaceX Dragon capsule. President Donald Trump and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk have accused the Biden administration of abandoning the astronauts, but Wilmore weighed in at Monday's news conference.
But I'll start and point the finger and I'll blame me. There were some issues, of course, that happened that prevented us from returning on Starliner. And I'll start with me. There were questions that I, as the commander of the spacecraft, that I should have asked. And I did not.
Wilmore says he does not want words like stranded, abandoned, or stuck to be the words that describe their journey. The astronauts would like the human spaceflight program to be defined as prepared and committed.
Resilience and being able to take a turn that was unexpected and make the best of it.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
And both Williams and Wilmore agreed that the Boeing Starliner they were forced to disembark from is, quote, very capable, and given the chance, Wilmore says he would fly it again. Well, they're definitely born to do this. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona is filling in for Josh Colbert this morning, and she has how the rest of your week is looking weather-wise, and that is up next in just a few minutes.
It's not easy being Mariano Morales' horse. He needs to ride to clients all the time. He does take care of them. He gets the insurance company to pay for medical bills, car repairs, even money for pain and suffering. Looks like it's going to be another busy day. Better get warmed up. After all, I am his best friend.
Hurt in a car wreck? Give me a call.
Big or small, we work them all.
I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Dust off those dancing shoes and grab your partner. Active for Life presents Community Dance, Friday, April 4th at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Here's an event you won't want to miss. There'll be dinner, dancing, casino-like games, and more. All this fun and excitement for just $30. It'll be a night to remember. Get your tickets now at the following locations. Proceeds for this wonderful event go to benefit the Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's the Community Dance, Dancing Through the Decades, Friday, April 4th from 5 to 9. Sponsored by these fine sponsors.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who is making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the Contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
At Denver Mattress, comfort comes easy, but peace of mind is a bit tricky. And no, we can't give you a bedside psychoanalyst. Beat it, Sigmund. But you can rest easy knowing every mattress is backed by our 365-night Better Sleep guarantee. And during the spring clearance sale, find huge savings on clearance throughout the store, like up to 50% off select Sealy hybrid mattresses. Or score 48 months no interest and free shipping. Comfort, peace of mind, and a great night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
Fireworks, baseball, and Saturday night. Apple Valley News Now welcomes back our boys of summer, the Tri-City Dust Devils. Be sure and arrive early to win almost fabulous prizes from Apple Valley News Now. Fireworks and baseball, Saturday night. Be there.
Next Live, we celebrate our favorite moments from the past 30 years before the big move to our new studio.
You ready?
Let's do this.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. It is 6:17, and now that the calendar has flipped over to April, we could take a look at some March stats. So here are the March rain totals for some of our bigger cities in the area. In Walla Walla, we saw just under 2 inches of rain during the entire month of March. That puts us just a little bit below average. Hermiston, 1.34 inches. We're more than a half an inch above average. More than a half an inch above average in Tri-Cities with 1.22 inches. Pendleton, just over an inch, and Yakima around an inch as well. So it was a wet March for many of us here across the Pacific Northwest. Let's take a look at the radar right now, because some of us will add to our April total today. Although if you see any rain today, it's going to be extremely light, probably in the form of a couple of sprinkles, and that's probably what's ongoing just south of Moses Lake, right over Othello this morning, as this light band of showers continues to sink off to the south, and it'll probably taper off over the next few hours. Temperatures are running in the 30s and 40s, even where we do have a couple of 40-degree spots with a little bit of a breeze out there. And it's not much, but with a little bit of a breeze, it feels more like the 30s. But today will definitely not be nearly as breezy as what it was like yesterday. So as we go hour by hour, there might be a little bit of sunshine for our southernmost communities once the sun rises, and then the clouds thicken up and fill in pretty quickly. There may be a few showers out there, a couple of sprinkles now and then during the afternoon hours, but I think many of us will end up staying dry, but all of us will be cooler than average today with highs only in the 50s, 58 in Tri-Cities, 55 in Walla Walla, 57 in Yakima, and 58 degrees in Hermiston. Tonight, partly cloudy, seasonably chilly with temperatures dropping back down into the 30s area-wide. Tomorrow, we'll do it all over again, partly to mostly cloudy at times, still cool with high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. But we will get those 60s to return. We just got to wait a few days. So 60s back on Thursday in the Tri-Cities. Then we're in the 60s Friday, Saturday with those 70s back on Sunday. Yakima, slight chance for a shower today, 57, 58 tomorrow, 59. So a gradual warming trend, and then it'll really start to feel like spring as we head into the weekend. For Walla Walla, a few passing showers possible today, then again tomorrow and Thursday, and then we're drying out for the weekend just in time. We love when the better weather is conveniently on the weekends, right? A few sprinkles possible in Hermiston. Upper 50s go through Thursday, and then the 60s are back starting Friday.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free Atomic Family Reunion at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, April 11th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com.
Looking for a trusted professional to guide you through your real estate endeavors? Carrie Lundgren with River Realty is ready to guide you through the process. As a lifelong Tri-Cities resident with 35 years real estate experience, she has the knowledge, dedication, and enthusiasm to make your real estate dreams come true. Whether you are buying your first home, moving up or scaling back, or looking for an investment, she has got you covered. Call Carrie today at 509-948-0580 and start making your dreams a reality.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community, rich in tradition and pride, and Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
Call Vance when you need a friendly, reliable electrician. We'll keep your home safe with electrical services and equipment upgrades. Save $50 on any electrical service, plus free electrical safety inspection. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Looking for a great fishing hole?
It's awesome.
Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is April Fool's Day. It's a day for jokers, but these days it's not just pranks from friends and family that we need to worry about. It's also from some of your favorite brands. ABC's Danny New has more on what else we need to be on the lookout for.
To keep your mouth Whopper fresh, use Whopper toothpaste.
On April Fool's Day, sometimes the pranks from famous brands can be obvious, like when Burger King announced they were launching a Whopper-flavored toothpaste. Look, it says anti-cavity steak.
You'll notice the results immediately.
Many companies will try and fool you into forwarding their content today, so let's prevent that and take a look at how they usually try and get you. Since we're talking food, sometimes those brands will be subtle. For example, last year, Dunkin' Donuts briefly changed their name to Donutses. And 7-Eleven claimed they were going to start canning hot dog sparkling water? I guess if it sounds gross, that's a good indicator of a lie.
Thinkies. The candy that makes you smarter.
Or if it sounds too good to be true. This year, the Candy Smarties has teamed up with the online studying tool Quizlet to introduce a treat called Thinkies. It helps you study, somehow.
Download the app, and the cleanup drone is sent right to your pup's messy situation.
There may be oodles of pranks involving pets as well, like when Petco announced a drone that would come help pick up after your dog.
Okay, launching automatic ball thrower.
And when Amazon posted a commercial for Pet Lexa. This year, though, one of the world's largest building companies, Taylor Morrison, is advertising these fake pictures of luxurious custom-built pet homes. Meanwhile, my cat Pepper is perfectly comfortable in a Scrabble box.
All this talking is making me so thirsty.
Lastly, watch out for anything involving celebrities. There was the year Paris Hilton claimed a Nano Drop was 5,000 times more hydrating than regular water. Or in 2008, when former Wheel of Fortune host Pat Sajak played into rumors he wore a toupee all along.
And of course, Google almost always does something. There was that year they introduced Google Knows with a smell button. And also, let's not forget exactly 10 years ago when they let you play Pac-Man on Google Maps. So they need to bring that back. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, yesterday we reported that the BAC of Sarah Clayson was 0.17, and today we're learning more about what led up to the deadly crash involving the WSP trooper, like where she was just moments before the crash, and all those details are coming up in your next half hour.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here, from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. Remember, inspect your feet daily for injuries and other ailments. There's more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
This lake is a trout lake.
It's time to get ready for fishing.
It's a great fly fishing lake. A lot of wildlife, otters, beavers, blue heron, eagle nest on the lake.
Fly the Northwest.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you.
You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan too, don't we, little guy? Totally.
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
It was a December to remember at Legends Casino Hotel as all-time great Roy Jones Jr. presented a boxing card of epic fights. Well, they're back. Friday, April 11th, headlined by Wenatchee's Devontae McDonald in a rematch against Shady Gomorrah. Yakima's undefeated Andrew Murphy aims for his 10th professional win, and flashy Dominique Lo Jalapeno Roundtree looks to avenge his only defeat. Tickets start at just $40 and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com or the Legends gift shop. Non-stop pro boxing action at Legends Casino Hotel, April 11th. Get your tickets now.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything. From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Tuesday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. Hopefully you're playing pranks and practical jokes on anybody that's around you, but something I don't play about is my money. And so 3-degree guarantee has been kind of wonky for the past week, but hopefully it's on the up and up. We had a 25 yesterday, so hopefully it keeps going up. Tiffany, is it going up?
We're up to 50 today, Jessica, so at least we're going in the right direction, and hopefully we can add another $25 to it tomorrow as well. So yesterday, I forecasted a high temperature of 59 degrees. We actually hit 60, so at least we were on the high side of things by a degree, but that caused the jackpot to increase, so now we're up to $50, and we're forecasting a high temperature of 58 degrees in Pasco this afternoon. So here's what to expect on your Tuesday. We're going to have plenty of dry time today, but it'll probably look like it's going to rain, all thanks to those clouds. We could see a little bit of sunshine in Tri-Cities and Walla Walla right as the sun rises. More clouds in Yakima, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, and then the clouds will thicken up and build throughout the day. Yakima, we're just cloudy all day, highs in the upper 50s. Tri-Cities, we'll see mostly cloudy skies this afternoon, 58. Can't rule out a passing shower or a couple of sprinkles. Slightly better chances for a few hit or miss showers in Walla Walla and along the foothills of the Blues, with high temperatures kept down into the middle 50s. We do have the opening day of the Dust Devils on Friday. We'll get you that forecast, and we'll show you the 7-day coming up in a little bit. Jessica.
Thank you, Tiffany. Starting off this half hour with continuing coverage on the fatal crash involving off-duty Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson. The crash happened back on March 1st in Richland. Clayson was suspected of driving while impaired when she crashed into 20-year-old Yasser Sanchez, who later died from his injuries. And the toxicology report obtained by our Apple Valley News Now team has given us a lot of information, but it also raises more questions. Police say Clayson refused a breathalyzer at the scene. Authorities had to get a search warrant to draw her blood, and the report shows Clayson's blood alcohol content was more than twice the legal limit at 0.17. And this was taken 6 hours after the crash. But what does this number tell us? Well, we reached out to Benton County Coroner Bill Leach, and we did not ask him specifically about this case, but we did want to understand more about the timing of the blood draw and medically what that would show if the blood had been drawn earlier compared to later. And Leach says that without knowing specifics, there's a lot that can be a factor.
The longer you delay, the lower it's going to be. Unless you just drank a whole bunch and it's now metabolizing in your system, so the levels are going to go up and up and up. Or if you hadn't had a drink in 2 hours, and if you wait another 2 hours or 3 hours, then you would hope it's going to start going down. And I don't know what the half-life is of alcohol in a person's system. I think it would be different from you and me versus, somebody who weighs 100 pounds versus somebody who weighs 300 pounds.
Now, Clayson still has not been charged, and the Spokane County prosecutor, Larry Haxel, has been appointed in this case. And the last time we spoke to him was on March 12th, and he said the charges had not been filed because they were still investigating. He did not indicate a timeline on when they could come, but we have also reached out to him after getting this toxicology report, and we're waiting to hear back from him. Additionally, our team has uncovered what police say Clayson was doing before the crash. Documents reveal Clayson was at the Moon Palace restaurant, which is located on the 200 block of Simmons Street. The Richland Police Department say they have surveillance video that shows Clayson parking near the restaurant, which is just after 3 p.m. in the same car that she was later involved in the crash with. They say the car leaves the parking lot just before 7:30 p.m., possibly putting her in the restaurant for more than 4 hours. And authorities say at the crash site, Clayson told them she was picking up pizza from Domino's before heading home. That was around 7:30, and surveillance video from the Domino's pizza location shows that Clayson was behind the wheel in the drive-thru picking up the items. 9 minutes later is when the crash happened that ended 20-year-old Yasser Sanchez's life. And there is much more to tell you about this case, and we're working on getting you more answers. So stay with us for more in the coming days and weeks. And now to a heads up for all hunters and fishermen. If you're planning to get a license this year, be prepared to pay more. A new bill Washington lawmakers are looking at could raise fees for the first time in over a decade. Senate Bill 5583 passed the Senate earlier this month, and if it becomes law, license fees will go up by 38%. And that means the cost of a big game deer license would jump from $39 to nearly $54, while a freshwater fishing license would increase from $25 to $34.50. Officials say this price hike would bring in an estimated $19.3 million per biennium.
The way that WDFW, our Fish and Wildlife Agency, is able to do this work is with the fees that come in from recreational users, both recreational fishing and hunting licenses. These fee revenues fund things like maintaining that habitat that perpetuates our wildlife and fish and shellfish for future generations.
And this would be the first license fee increase since 2011, and prior to that was 1998. However, some lawmakers from Eastern Washington are opposing the bill, saying that many of their constituents rely on hunting and fishing to put food on the table and are already struggling with inflation. The bill still needs final approval before it becomes law, but if passed, it'll go into effect in July of this year. Now it is spring break for most schools, and if your kids play baseball or softball, listen to this. There's a great opportunity to keep them active and improving their skills this week. DBAC Columbia Basin is hosting a spring break camp designed to help young baseball and softball players hone their skills. Now each day, campers focus on different fundamentals from fielding to hitting to helping them get ready for game day. And the camp director says DBAT has been offering these camps since opening in 2019.
We want the kids to come here and have fun. Here it's an all-inclusive environment. We're not focused on how they perform or how they do. We're just focused on them having fun and learning. A lot of pressure is put on, especially with coaches when you're on a team, but they want to win games, and we understand not every kid is the best when they're 9 or 10 years old, but learning how to become better as they get older is very important.
And there is still time to sign up. Just give DBAT a call to get registered, and you can find a link up on our website. And coming up next, state leaders are facing tough decisions when it comes to Washington's multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall. And we have what leaders are considering cutting and who it impacts. That'll be after the break in just a few minutes.
Looking for a great fishing hole?
It's awesome.
Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
If you have heart failure or chronic kidney disease, Farxiga can help you keep living life because there are places you'd like to be. Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and bacterial infection between the anus and genitals, both which may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness or swelling between the anus and genitals. Ask your doctor about Farxiga today.
Farxiga.
Like most people, my days are nonstop. When I'm working, I need to stay focused, not worried about my finances. That's why I went looking for a bank that makes managing my money effortless. Apple was exactly what I needed. Helpful people with easy-to-use tools. Now, I spend less time stressing about money and more time doing the things I enjoy. Where do you credit union?
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Good evening, everybody.
To make great newscasts, you need great resources and an experienced team. Austin Reed grew up near Portland, where he started his broadcast career more than 20 years ago. His passion for reporting breaking news and for telling distinctive stories that affect positive change make him uniquely qualified to bring the news home to you each evening.
Get the best local news coverage every day, right here.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now at 5, 6, and 6:30 on your side.
On your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
It's 6:39 and it was a bit rainy at times yesterday. We even saw a couple of thunderstorms, drop a little bit of hail in some locations. Walla Walla picked up just under 1/4 of an inch. We picked up just over 1/10 of an inch in Hermiston, and right at 1/10 of an inch, Yakima, Pendleton, Ellensburg, and just a few hundredths of an inch in the Tri-City. So not a lot of rain, but it definitely added to our March total, and we were certainly above average for many of our cities in March. It has been a wet month, but now we're into April 1st, and we do have a few sprinkles, a light passing shower south of Moses Lake and over Othello, and we'll continue to watch that. I think it'll break apart as it continues to shift southward. So here's the weather pattern. This morning, we still have that big dip in the jet stream. That's going to keep the weather unsettled, not only today, but over the next few days. And it'll bring us a lot of clouds this afternoon, maybe a light shower or a few sprinkles, and we will stay cooler than average. Now tonight, any light rain will taper off, and we'll see a few breaks in the clouds. So for your morning commute, I think many of you will end up not needing the windshield wipers. We may even see a little bit of sunshine for our southernmost communities into Northeast Oregon, maybe Tri-Cities if we're lucky. 30s this morning for many of us, so bundle up. This evening, 58 degrees, maybe a few sprinkles or a passing shower. Probably not enough to really need your umbrella today, but we will see a warm up. So you've been waiting for the more spring-like weather that will arrive on the weekend. So we'll let you know how warm it's going to get coming up in a little bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Now, Washington lawmakers are still debating how to close the state's multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall. And now questions are coming up about how services for the homeless could be impacted. Albert James spoke with leaders about which cuts are being considered and also what that means for getting people off the street.
It was tough coming into this budget. It's going to be tough coming out of it. So.
Housing leaders at the State Department of Commerce say while they're facing cuts to some of their programs around homelessness, they're not dramatic considering the state's deficit, and they're still getting enough money to maintain program capacity.
It's a priority for everyone, I think, across the board, all the houses, all the branches of government, etc. So the budgets reflect that.
One of the initiatives facing a proposed reduction is the Encampment Resolution Program, which moves people from camps near highways and into housing. Commerce says they won't have to close down any housing options, but because of a low turnover of beds, they'll be limited on how many people they can get off the streets in the future.
We've closed quite a few encampments, but that pace is going to drop quite a bit. We've addressed 57 sites, but I expect just a handful if at the $45 million a year.
Spokane City leaders say the program has been critical as they've cleared 4 encampments and public spaces since last summer, making the areas accessible again and getting the people who live there connected to resources to get on their feet.
And there's so many points at which that funding is critical. It might not sound like a lot to lose funding in one place, but that one place can backlog the other 3 steps of the journey, making it more and more difficult to successfully exit people and to be responsive to camps.
The Seattle-King County Coalition on Homelessness says the Freeway Encampment Program has been very successful, but that and all other homelessness programs need more support with new sources of revenue.
When it comes to homelessness and housing, everyone in Washington understands that we need more than we currently have. So again, maintaining existing services, while it's essential, is not enough to take care of our fellow Washingtonians.
Both the House and the Senate have to agree on one budget to send to the governor by the time session ends on April 27th. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. Plus, Tiffany will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. Keep it right here.
Spring is in the air, so let's fill it with music. At Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, our New Beginnings spring used piano sale is in full swing. From charming uprights to grand statement pieces, we've got gently loved pianos at prices that'll put a spring in your step. Each piano is expertly tuned, ready to play, and waiting for you. Spring into new beginnings today at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos in Richland, because life's more fun when you know how to play.
Hey Ham Fam! Easter is April 20th, and when your family gathers this season, spend less time in the kitchen and more time with your loved ones. At Honey Baked Ham, we have everything your gathering needs, starting with our fully cooked spiral cut ham, dripping with our famous mouth-watering glaze. Add a smoked or oven-roasted turkey breast, delicious sides and desserts. Your complete feast is waiting for you at Honey Baked Ham. Order online or give us a call. Honey Baked Ham, helping you make the most of your time with family.
Attention Kennewick Irrigation District customers. Due to worsening drought conditions in Washington state, we recommend that you prepare landscaping needs now, for restrictions will likely occur later. Use voluntary watering schedule to ease your lawn into future restriction. Use drip and hose irrigation to focus water where it's needed. Your water conservation efforts today will directly impact the availability of water throughout the irrigation season. Remember, every drop counts. For more information, visit KID.org and click the Drought Information button.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Win or save on Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. This week you can win great prizes from Greenworks, Eureka, and more. Plus you can buy them with special Tuesday-only pricing. Thousands will win and save this Tuesday only at Buy Mart since 1955.
Starting a business is hard. You have to stay connected at all times.
As we've been growing the studio, Spectrum's been there every step of the way. I'm always able to make the phone call that I need. I'm able to shoot that text message or that email. Every vital piece of equipment that we have here uses Spectrum.
Fast, reliable internet, starting at $40 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep your business connected.
With STIHL Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select STIHL tools. Shop in-store and online.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee Weather. Apple Valley News Now on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
We do have a little bit of sunshine in Richland this morning, as expected. Those expansive clouds just to the north of the Tri-Cities this morning. Sun already rose a little bit ago, 6:35. Sun will set at 7:26, but don't expect the sunshine to stick around. Unfortunately, those clouds will move in later this morning and will become mostly cloudy by this afternoon. We have seen a couple of very light rain showers, possibly a couple of sprinkles near Moses Lake, sliding down into Othello. Nothing being reported in Ellensburg or Yakima, just a lot of clouds at this time. Temperatures have dropped into the 30s, where we are seeing some breaks in the cloud cover. We're down to 39 in Tri-Cities, 37 in Connell, 32 Sunnyside, 34 in Yakima. Look at all these 40s up toward Ellensburg and Moses Lake, where those clouds are intact, 36 in Hermiston, and 35 degrees in Pendleton. Now, the winds won't be nearly as strong as yesterday. Winds have come down overnight to anywhere between 5 and about 10 miles per hour, and will stay within that range throughout the day today. As we go hour by hour, there those clouds come. They sink southward, and we will become mostly cloudy. And then this afternoon, a shower or two, maybe a couple of sprinkles. I really don't think we're going to see a lot in the form of rain. You probably won't even need your umbrella today, but you will need the jackets. Look at these temperatures. These are highs a few degrees below average this time of year, mid to upper 50s for highs this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight, will be seasonably chilly once again as temperatures fall into the 30s by tomorrow morning. And tomorrow afternoon, maybe a little bit more sunshine, but still on the cool side, at least for the start of April. 55 in Walla Walla tomorrow, 58 in the Tri-Cities, and 58 degrees in Yakima and in Hermiston. We have the Dust Devils opening day on Friday. We're going to be dry. We'll see the sunshine. Now, keep in mind that the first pitch is just before sunset at 6:30, so temperatures will likely be in the 60s during the afternoon, but then drop into the 50s when the game starts, so you will need those jackets, especially after the sun sets. Your Tri-City 7-day planner showing that after today, we will see a little bit more sunshine, and then the warm-up really arrives by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday, we could hit 70 degrees. In Yakima, slight chance for a spotty shower today, most staying dry. Upper 50s go through Thursday, and then the 60s return return Friday. Walla Walla, a few hit or miss showers possible today, tomorrow, and Thursday. But then we're drying out and warming up. The weekend is looking beautiful. Hermiston, a few sprinkles, maybe a spotty shower today. 58 today and tomorrow, 59 Thursday. 60s are back starting Friday, and we see 70s returning by the end of the weekend into the following work week. And here's a look at your first look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams speaking out after 9 months spent in space.
What was the first thing you did when you got back to planet Earth?
Hug my wife, of course, and my daughters.
A mission planned to only last about a week, turning into an almost 300-day stay in space because of technical issues with the Boeing Starliner.
Help us with this. Were you truly stuck in space?
You know, we have a lifeboat all the time while we're up there in case anything happens, because anything can happen in space, right? We train for emergencies up there. We had a way to get off of the space station in case there was a problem. But I never felt stuck.
The pair returning home on a SpaceX Crew Dragon.
Sunny Williams, big smile, big wave.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more of our fascinating interview with Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, Houston.
A diagnosis doesn't define you. Even ATTR cardiac amyloidosis. You've come a long way. Your path was never set in stone. You charged ahead. So why would life with ATTR-CM define you? You have the power of choice. Attruby is an oral medicine used to treat adults with ATTR-CM to reduce death and hospitalization related to heart problems. People taking Attruby saw an impact on health-related quality of life and were 50% less likely to be hospitalized for heart issues, giving you more chances to do what you love with who you love. Tell your doctor if you're pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding, and about the medications you take. The most common side effects were mild and included diarrhea and abdominal pain. If you have ATTR cardiac amyloidosis, ask your cardiologist if Attruby is right for you. It's time to get busy living.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national headlines. President Trump is set to announce broad reciprocal tariffs tomorrow. It's unclear what these will entail, but Trump promising it'll benefit Americans, but many economists saying it will lead to higher prices and a potential slowdown of not just the American economy, but also other global ones. The high stakes is prompting a final rush around the world today with efforts to mitigate impacts, prepare retaliatory measures, and control messaging. Countries such as South Korea, China, and Japan are preparing to retaliate. And TikTok is almost out of time to find a buyer again. The app's future is uncertain as a potential ban in the U.S. could be just days away. Its parent company, ByteDance, has to sell its U.S. operations by April 5th, that's Saturday, or face a ban. President Trump extended the deadline back in January, and this came after the app was offline for about 14 hours, and officials do say there are several potential buyers. In your business news, Hooters has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, but the bar-restaurant chain that's known for its female waitstaff says it isn't planning to go anywhere. The company plans to sell all of its 100 company-owned restaurants to 2 franchisee groups. And last year, Hooters closed dozens of restaurants because of rising food and labor costs. The Wall Street Journal reporting Hooters plans to return its original founders as part of a new management team in its reorganization. And DoorDash and Uber are calling on lawmakers to have the Trump administration's no tax on tips pledge to include people who deliver food and/or drive rideshare vehicles. The proposal would allow most casino and restaurant employees to claim the deduction, but most rideshare drivers are independent contractors, not employees, which means the bill would not apply to them. In your health news, one way to help you get some sleep that you need is stuffed animals. We're learning they aren't necessarily just for kids. Experts say adults can sleep with them too, and some think it might even be a good thing. It also appears to be getting more common, and one industry expert says in 2024, about a fifth of plush toys were sold to people or adults over 18. And according to one expert or another expert, stuffed animals can help with better sleep by giving the brain a signal that it's time to wind down. In sports news, the Seattle Kraken fought hard last night, but the Dallas Stars skated away with a 3-1 victory. Despite an early goal from Seattle, Dallas took control and never looked back, extending their winning streak to 6. Meanwhile, the Kraken have now dropped 5 of their last 6, and they'll look to turn things around in their next matchup tomorrow when they battle the Vancouver Canucks. And basketball star Caitlin Clark continues to break records. The Indiana Fever's rookie card, which features her signature, sold at an auction for $366,000. According to ESPN, it's the most a women's sports card has ever sold for. And the previous record was a Serena Williams card that sold for over $266,000 back in May 2022. And Clark was the #1 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, and she was also named Rookie of the Year. Now to your top local stories that you need to know this morning. We're learning more about the fatal crash involving off-duty WSP trooper Sarah Clayson. Yesterday, we told you Clayson's toxicology report shows her BAC was 0.17, which is twice the legal limit, and this was taken about 6 hours after the crash. And we're learning that Clayson, what she was doing before the crash, and court documents show that she was at the Moon Palace restaurant in Richland and left around 7:30 p.m. to get Domino's pizza. Moments later is when the crash happened that killed 20-year-old Yasser Sanchez. There are still many questions regarding this case, and we're working on getting more answers. So stay with us both on air and online for any updates. And Benton County is holding a special election, and ballots will be sent out tomorrow. This will only affect voters within the Findlay School District. 2 measures will be on the ballot, and both were on the February ballot but did not pass. To make sure your vote is counted, double check the signature on your ballot, and you need to turn it in no later than 8 p.m. on April 22nd. 6 drop-off boxes will be open, and you can find the list of where exactly they're located up on our website. And county unemployment rates in Washington for February 2025 have been released. The state's economy decreased by an estimated 7,200 jobs in February, and the monthly unemployment rate increased slightly to 4.4%. Locally, the numbers look like this: Yakima County sitting at 7.7%, Benton at 5.4%, Franklin at 6.6%, and we have more details on the different counties up on our website. Also, the city of Yakima is on a mission to fix potholes, and they're asking for drivers to help by reporting them. They have a special website where you can report any pothole that's causing problems. That website is yakimawa.gov/yak-back. You can also call their street repair hotline, and that number is 509-576-6713. And the Benton Franklin Fair this year will definitely be a barefoot blue jeans kind of night, and that's because country star Jake Owens will be performing. He's known for his chart-topping hits Anywhere With You, an American country love song. Owens joins the star-studded lineup for the Hayden Home Summer Concert Series, and other acts include Winona, Smash Mouth, and Daughtry. Tickets go on sale this Friday, and the concert is August 19th. And in trending news, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg says Facebook is going to OG Facebook with the revamped Friends tab. And under that tab, your feed will only show posts from friends and family with no recommended content. And the new Friends tab replaces the one that showed new friend requests or people you may know. It'll be available in the US and Canada, and Zuckerberg says more OG Facebook features are coming soon. And thank you guys for